Okay, so we've still been talking about expressions. Remember, we don't have equal signs yet. When we get to equations, we will have equal signs. But right now, we're still talking about expressions. Today, we're going to talk about how we simplify expressions. We've gone through lots of properties. What are our properties again? Identity, associative, commutative, and what was the one yesterday? What was it? Distributive. Very good. Okay, so there's another thing we can do with algebraic expressions is make them smaller. Okay, and we do that by simplifying them. When we simplify expressions, we are using what we call like terms. This was one of your vocab words back from, was it the beginning of the week, this week, or last week? May have been last week. Was it this week? Yes. Like terms. So what that means is we have the same numbers or the same variable to the same power. What am I talking about when I say power? The exponents. Exactly. So we're going to have to pay close attention to that because we all know that x is not the same thing as x squared. Okay? So let's look at this. Do we have any like terms in this expression?
No.
I do. I've got 2x and 5x. Can I combine those? Sure can. It will make 7x. Absolutely. So I can combine those two. Do I have anything else I can combine with my whole number? So if we were to simplify that expression, it would turn into 7x minus 3. Because I can combine my like terms. No, we can't because this is not the same as this. Because this represents this number times x. And this is just our, do y'all remember, what do we call something that does not have a variable, it doesn't change? We talked about it. It kind of related to a science experiment too. The opposite of a variable. What do you call something that doesn't change? Starts with a C. Yes, say it. Constant. Absolutely. Okay. So this 3, that's our constant because we don't have a variable with it. So it's not going to change. But it can't be combined with anything that has a variable. It can only be combined with other whole numbers. Yeah, question.
Can we just like that?
Yes, we can't have an answer because remember we don't know what x is. So yes, this is another one of those things where you're not going to get one single happy little neat answer. You're going to get an expression. Okay, let's look at the next one. What are my like terms here?
A
and B, are they the same? B and B. Okay. Do I have anything that is the same as A? Okay, so I can leave this by itself, 13A. Now what happens when I have 4B minus B?
4. Wait, no, it's still be 4.
What number is right in front of this that let's see, we have a property that tells me any number multiplied by this keeps its identity. Any number multiplied by 1. So there's a magic 1 right in front of that B.
So it'd be 3.
It'd be 3B. Because this is 4B minus 1B. And we know that's because 1 times B is what? B. Remember, not 1. This is because I don't even have to have it. This represents 1. Because if I have one variable, that's worth just B. Well, what is B times 1? B.
1B.
So I know that there's a 1 here because 1 times anything equals itself. So I can take away whenever I have one letter that represents 1 of that value. Okay? Yes? Okay, let's look at the next one. Oh, we have some exponents. Okay? Do I have anything I can combine?
8x squared and 5x.
Absolutely. Now, what if I had 5x and not 5x squared?
Then that would still be...
I couldn't because they're not the same variable to the same power. But I do have 2 that are x squared. So what is 8x squared minus 5x squared? 3x squared. Do I have anything I can combine this with?
No.
So that becomes 7xy. So just simplifying right now is all we're doing. Okay, look at the last example for this. 11c minus 2 minus 10c. 1c. Do I have to write 1c? No, I can write c. Minus 2. You guys are catching on. Now, like we talked about yesterday, the distributive property. I can't simplify like this until I have distributed if there is a number outside of parentheses. So we're going to take what we did yesterday and combine it with the simplifying today. So I see these parentheses. I see the number outside it. What does this number tell me to do? Multiply. And I'm going to multiply by everything that's in the parentheses. So this would become 3x plus what?
4x.
Which is? 4 times 3? 12. Come on, guys, we're not adding. And then this 10x stays the same. Now, once I'm to this point, do I have anything I can combine? Yes. Remember like we did yesterday, distributive property, 3x plus 12 plus 10x. So that would be what x? 13x plus 12. Remember yesterday when we did distributive property, this is the same thing as saying 3 times x plus 3 times 4. 3x plus 10x. Okay, let's try the next one. I'm distributing again. Okay, what is 2 times 4?
8.
I'm going to keep my sign. This time it happens to be a subtraction. So 2 times 2b becomes 4b plus 7. Do I have anything I can combine?
4b. 8 plus 7.
8 plus 7. Excellent. That becomes 15 minus 4b. It's a lot neater once we get down to this, isn't it? This is a whole lot easier to deal with than all of this information up here. Okay? Let's look at the next one. So we have 4a, that stays the same, plus, here we go, we're distributing, what is this one? 14b, keep my sign, plus 7 times a is 7a minus b, because that stays the same. Now, got a lot there I can combine, don't I? Do you have anything that matches 4a? 7a, so that becomes 11a. Okay, then I have 14b minus b, so that becomes what? Here we go, we're combining minus b, 13b. So 11a plus 13b. All right, this one's going to be a little bit different, so make sure you're listening. 5xy stays the same. What does that 5xy mean?
5 times y. No.
5 times y. You're multiplying all three. Okay, plus, what is x times 3? 3x. Ooh, I am impressed. Who said that? Awesome. She jumped. Did you see? Our minds, we've been doing whatever's out front times whatever's inside. So I'm so glad she didn't say x3, because when we have that coefficient, what do we put first? The number. Excellent. Good job. Okay. Then we've got x times y, which is xy. All right. What can I combine?
5xy with 5xy, and that'd be 6xy.
6xy. Plus, do I have anything else? Nope, that's by itself. Plus 3x. Okay? Guys, that's it. If you have to distribute, do that first. Then, from that point, you can simplify. Let's look at the back real quick. Okay, we're going to do one at the top together. And then I think we'll do one towards the bottom together too. All right, looking at this first one, what do I have?
8D stays the same, right?
8D,
8D and 5D are subtracted to 3D.
3D. Very good.
3D.
Let's talk about why. Look, 8D minus 5D gives me 3D. What about 3 and 6?
9.
There we go.
Easy.
Okay, let's look real quick. I want you to do number 11. Let's do it together. So we've got 3K by itself,
3K.
plus we've got to distribute 4 times K.
4K.
My subtraction sign stays the same. And then 4 times 5N, what do we get? 20N. Awesome. Now, what can I combine there?
3K and 4K, which equals 12K.
Not 12K, we're not multiplying. 7K minus.
Minus 20N.
All right, you guys are rock stars today. Okay, so on the back, that's what you're going to finish working on.